I have requested many times that your prescribed duty is your devotion. If you were committing a lot of sin, then I would instruct you accordingly. And then you should make that request to God, because if you oppose your superiors, then you may lose your job and would create difficulties.
This video may be seen by a lot of police officers and others in that department. They may say we understand you and will not commit sin anymore. But if we have made mistakes in the past, what can we do about those?
If you're in the government duty and you're committing sin, then you will lose your position as well as your pious credits and your fame. When he accepted that bribe, he was in a big position and right then he was handcuffed. The first thing that he did, and he said, "Do you know who I am?" And he flipped out his ID and said, "Let me show you who I am." If someone gives us 100 rupees which has been earned sinfully, we should not accept it. It will not bring us happiness. You may feel that I can buy good things with it, I can educate my children in a good school, but even after getting educated, they will become sinful because they have been educated with money earned sinfully. The ones who will have to suffer the consequences of results will say, "Babaji, just keep saying this thing, we should do what we're doing." I offer my respects to these people. They're doing a lot of service. My respects.
Maharaji, one of them had a question. These 5 or 6 people have just been selected for the police department in the position of Deputy SP. Their question is that their duty is such that sometimes they have to use physical force on people. They may be working the whole night. They are also busy with their services. How can they accommodate spirituality along with work?
नहीं, हमने कई बार प्रार्थना की है.
I have requested many times that your prescribed duties are your devotion, your worship. If you have to work all night, or if you have to beat up somebody, you have to punish somebody, this is your worship. This can only obstruct your spiritual path if you get influenced by sinful people, by money or pressure, and punish an innocent person. Then that will degrade you. If you know someone is a criminal and you punish them, then that would be your worship. Your activities at night are a service to the country. You are an important part of the security setup for the country. If you serve all night for the benefit of society, then I think you do not have to do any puja or worship separately. Yes, if you get time, you should do it. Otherwise, you don't have to do any worship separately. Yes, you do have a lot of time to chant the holy name. That is for sure. Therefore, chant internally. You don't have to do anything externally like a japa bead. No external worship is required for you because you don't have control over your time. You may be called any time. You may say, "I'll worship 8 to 9. But if you're called for service, you will have to go. Your duty is your worship. Consider your prescribed duties to be your worship and keep chanting the holy name. Then you are in spirituality. Spirituality means considering everything to be God, connected to God. But if you divide into two, that this is my material job and offering incense and arti and sitting down and chanting is for God, then we will not be able to walk the spiritual path. See, waging a war is not spirituality. In the entire Gita, Krishna told Arjuna about Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga and made him understand that waging a war is worship for you. The first thing Arjuna had said after surrendering to Krishna was that I am your disciple, but I will not wage a war. I will not fight. So God smiled because he knew Arjuna would have to wage a war. After instructing the whole Gita, he made Arjuna wage a war. So we should understand this internal secret of the Lord. Krishna said 2 key things. Do your prescribed duty while remembering me. We would be committing a sin if we are tempted by greed. If a sinful person gives us money to punish the innocent and to free the criminal, then that is a sin. Or because of some fear or pressure from above, we punish the innocent and free the wrongdoer, then that is a sin. That would be a mistake, a spiritual mistake. And if we do not do that, then our duty will become our worship. And this will help us progress spiritually. It will help us progress spiritually if we're chanting the name along with it. This is proven in the scriptures. Arjuna is telling Krishna that I will become a renounced person and beg for alms but will not fight. But God rejected it and said no. So we have to understand that this is spirituality for us, the uniform that we have been given. The service to the country you have been given is your worship. You just have to chant the holy name and not commit any sins. Otherwise, sinful acts will steal your position, your respect, your dharma, and your self-respect just for a little money. People nowadays are so clever at doing these corrupt activities that it is hard to catch them. But if it becomes public, then your education, your family reputation goes down the drain. Your life will be destroyed. And if you took the bribe, nobody found out and sent it home, then it will start to create problems at home. It will corrupt the intelligence of your family. I think if we can save ourselves from sinful act and money earned sinfully, then this duty, the service to the country, will become a great worship. We don't have to do any spiritual practice separately. Trust me. Krishna has instructed the Gita to guide people to do their prescribed duties. Even if our own duties seem less important to us, we should do that. Our dharma is to chant the holy name, and your dharma is to use your stick when required, because that is how peace will be maintained in society. One criminal, if he is not controlled by you, can trouble hundreds of people. If you control one, then dozens will become peaceful. That is service to society. So God has given you the service. So just save yourself from two things, greed and fear. Don't let anybody pressure you into doing sinful activities. But if you're in a situation where you're being pressurized, then just offer to God. Say, oh God, I do not want to do this. I do not want to do it myself, but my higher-ups are pressurizing me. So Lord, please take care. If you want to save me, change their minds. Otherwise, I will have to do this because I'm just a small employee in this department and they are my bosses. So talk to God about it. Then He will take care of it. Otherwise, you will face situations where you will have to follow what your higher-ups are saying. For example, if your higher-ups are corrupt, then they will give you those kinds of sinful orders. So then just talk to God, because if you oppose them, you may lose your job and it will cause difficulties. So just pray to God that I'm innocent and I'm praying to you in advance. So make them change their mind. Otherwise, I've already informed you in advance that a sin is being committed there. Save me from it. Otherwise, I'm offering all these karmas to you and that will save you.
महर्षि इसमें एक होता
This
है, ये
video
तो
may
आपने
be
जैसे अभी
seen
बताया,
by a lot
ये
of police
इस
officers
वीडियो को
and
हो सकता है
others in
बहुत
that
सारे पुलिस
department.
अधिकारी या जो
They may
सेवारत
say
हैं
we
वो देखेंगे
understand
महाराज
you
जी।
and will not commit
अभी से हम नहीं
sin
करेंगे महाराज जी,
anymore.
हम बात
But
समझ आ
if we
गई
have
और
made
जैसा आपने
mistakes
बोला
in the
वैसे
past,
अगर
what can
गलती
we
से
do
पहले
about
हो गए हैं
those?
महाराज जी तो उसको हम कैसे
They will be forgiven. Ablo nasani, abna nasayo. Whatever may have happened to it, I will not commit any sins in future. Oh Lord, please take care of it. This can be done by the jiva anytime, even till his last breath. If he realizes at his last breath he was wrong and asks for forgiveness, then God is saying, I will free you from all sins. That is the advantage we have. This is our God's nature. The day you realize you're wrong, you ask for His forgiveness and do not commit these things ever again, then that will correct everything. But if you commit the same sins again after asking forgiveness, then the past sins will be added on. You will not be forgiven because you're acting. You're not truly remorseful and you're just putting on an act. But if you atone with a true heart, then God will forgive you. See, whether you have a small position or a big position, you are a human being after all. If you do sins, will you not be punished? You may be in a government position, but if you do sins, do you think you will not accumulate sin? You will not lose your position and your fame? I was shown a video where an official accepted a bribe. He was caught by his own team. He did not want to sit in the car, but he was forced like a criminal. You should have seen his face. And I was reading what's on his mind at the time. He must be feeling. One should remember such incidents. Now, what will happen to that person? You have to be very careful. You do not know who is deceiving you. What is the head of the police station called? What is the head of the police station called? Yes, SHO. He asked for a big bribe for an illegal order, and that person knew of a vigilance officer. No one knew him. He would just travel on a bicycle on his own. I don't remember his name. He would just be driving his bicycle and on his own will catch such people. He was told that the head of the police has asked me for such bribe and told me I will not take it here but in a hotel. He said, go ahead, I will be there in plain clothes. You will see me eating there on a table along with 4 or 5 other people and you can recognize me. This person went there on that day and saw that the undercover cop was sitting there. The head of the police station came and sat there, and as soon as he gave the bribe, the person in plain clothes was his superior and handcuffed him. Now the person said, do you know who I am? And this person pulled out his ID and he said, do you know who I am? And you should have seen the state at his time. What I'm trying to explain to you is that a mistake is a mistake. It will be revealed in time, and if it is not revealed, then you'll be safe from the law of the country, but you'll have to face the law of God. Your children and your family will cause you a lot of grief if sinful money reaches your house. So I think we should just use a salary we have been given by the government and live with meager means. And if we are given wrong orders from higher ups, because there are such people, then we just pray to God that I'm a small employee. My bosses are giving me these orders. You are the most superior one. You take care of it. Either change his mind or I will submit these karmas to you.
या तो उसकी बुद्धि बदलो, नहीं तो मैं ये कर्म आपको ही समर्पित करूंगा और मैं जा रहा हूँ.
Maharaji, is it for sure that the money will cause turbulence in the family?
Yes, this is for sure. You have to bear the results of karmas. Now this boss and that boss is different. The proprietor of the 3 worlds is seeing all your actions. You both will die and you will both have to bear the results. You may create a fake encounter and shoot the innocent, but God is watching. When He spoils your position, you will not even realize what hit you. For sure.
पक्की बात समझ लो, दुखिया को न सताइए, दुखिया देगा रोए, और जब दुखिया के मुखिया सुने, तब तेरी गति क्या होए.
I know these words are difficult to hear, but we should follow dharma. If we commit sin, we will also lose our position. It is not permanent. You are going to lose your body, so what to say about position? You will have to suffer the results. So for sure, you have to pay the results of sinful karmas. Maharaj Dhritarashtra was told repeatedly, do not take the side of irreligion and trouble the innocent Yudhishthir on purpose and see the result. All his 100 children were killed and his strong supporters were killed. And at the end, Yudhishthir was crowned king. Not even one karma was left to wipe off the tears of Dhritarashtra. Therefore, follow dharma. Adharma is very troublesome. Be afraid of sinful money. It is like poison. If someone gives you 100 rupees which is sinful, trust me, do not accept it. It will not bring you happiness. You may think I can use this money to send my children to good schools, buy good things, but even after education, those children will become sinful. They will not become good children, good parents, or good countrymen, or good friends, because sinful money was used in their education. And if you feed them honestly, then your children will get such positions that they will earn what you desire. They will get the positions that they desire. God will help them progress by His blessings. Therefore, understand the internal mood. I am teaching you dharma. Sins can make you trapped even when you're innocent.
उस समय निर्दोष हो, पर आप बहुत बुरी तरह फंस जाओगे. है कोई ईश्वर जो देख रहा है.
God is watching your every actions. Remember that. See, everybody has some land for farming in the house, and the government is giving you a salary. You may not be able to buy a BMW, but you can live simply. Sinful money may give you short-term material progress and you may shine like a halogen, but you will also fuse very fast. But if you burn like a lamp, you will live peacefully for a long time.
Maharaji, as you mentioned, if they are careful about the things you mentioned, the police department supports people a lot. And if those arrangements are not there, then the crime would be much more prevalent. If they are careful, that would help them and the society a lot.
समाज के लिए भी तो बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा.
See, these people are pious, and that is why they're listening. But one who is overwhelmed by the mode of passion will not understand. It does not matter how much you talk to them. One who doesn't want to understand will not. When Krishna sent a Krura to Dhritarashtra, then Dhritarashtra told him that I know you've been sent by Krishna to make me understand, but I think Krishna doesn't want me to understand because I'm not able to digest what you're saying. That is what Dhritarashtra told the Krura, that I think Krishna wants me to do this, that's why I'm not able to understand. Therefore, the ones who have to fall down will not understand and will just say, Baba Jesus, keep saying these things, just keep doing what we're doing. The ones who have to be corrected will take this like a magic pill and will improve. We will not make this mistake again. We have many officials who are improving themselves very nicely. There is a police officer who comes from Kashi. He has tears in his eyes and you can see his elevated state by his questions. So it is not that these words will not benefit people, but those who don't want to improve will not benefit, who think they are right. They will not listen to saints. They will think Babaji's just keep saying things and we should just keep doing what we're doing, but they will have to bear the results.
परिणाम अवश्य में भोक्तव्यम कृतम कर्म शुभाशुभम.
So give everyone prasad, and the biggest prasad is my request to you. We have a great fortune to serve our country. Regardless of whether you get money or not, God is watching you because you're serving the country and He will do everything for your benefit. I agree that in today's expensive times, the government salaries are not adequate based on your hard work. Sometimes you have to stay up all night and you don't get paid accordingly. I offer my respects to these people. They're doing a lot of service. My respects.